There's a Streets of Rage movie. I don't know if y'all ever played the game from the old school Sega Genesis. Now I have a mini Sega Genesis here, and I've been trying to stream it, but I don't have the right capture card to do it. But this has been one of the games. It's very fucking violent, man. Like, yo, people get hit with lead pipes. They shank niggas. People just eat whole chickens out in the alley. Hopefully not cooked by Paula Patton. Like, all this good shit happens. So like, I'm just saying, nigga, you don't want a Paula Patton chicken. Ooh, man, why are you looking like that?
Yo, what they need to do, and this
I hear shanking and hitting motherfuckers with pipes, and I'm just like, what video? What?
Oh, bro, Streets of Rage is its own thing, dog.
Yeah. You got to remember, I am 27. You were playing that, and I was probably in diapers. So
bro, you don't get it. People, again, because of the mini Genesis and mini Nintendos, a lot of these games have come back around. Like, I'm not talking about the old school Sega. I'm talking about I have the mini Genesis you can buy from Target right now. Streets of Rage is such a violent fucking game. Like, it is like, you don't have parents. You probably don't remember it as much, Matt, but the way you remember about parents, with GTA and all that, parents like, like, nigga, when people used to say Grand Theft Auto was violent, everybody was like, you ain't seen Streets of Rage or Final Fight. Like, you don't know. Like, these niggas was in the streets brawling, bro.
If they want to make real money though, they'll make a Def Jam Vendetta game.
A real game?
Yeah. No. Sorry, movie.
I mean, real live action movie.
Yep. That'll make.
We gonna have Fat Joe.
Money.
We gonna have Fat Joe fighting.
Hell yeah.
Where is? I just want to put this one up. Jeremy 32 Miller says, "I love the game, but is there enough popularity for it?" I think. Sure. Here's the thing: when you're talking about like certain video games,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The purpose of this whole game is there's a crime syndicate and niggas is fighting.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to have the legacy behind it. You know, people go see something called Streets of Rage and all they see is a bunch of bloody fighting and gangs in
Look at how successful the new Mortal Kombat was.
I'm not even gonna point to stuff like that as an example, but just because it's not well known or it doesn't have a huge fan base doesn't really matter. Look at like A History of Violence, right? That's a comic book movie.
Yep.
Almost nobody knows that it's a comic book movie.
Neither did they know Road to Perdition was.
Exactly. I was just about to say Road to Perdition too. Those are both comic book films, and most people have no idea.
Nope, and they're excellent, and people ran to go see these movies.
Yep.
And did very well.
We're like, oh, these are award-winning films. People are talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to, is the movie going to be good? Does it? And by that I don't mean is it going to be Oscar worthy. I just mean, is it going to be like, are we going to get what we expect out of the movie?
But see, I think that's the beautiful thing with Streets of Rage, because so many people don't know about it, so a lot of people have no expectations. There is that, for lack of better words, that small population that may have an expectation. Again, for me, I need to see niggas get hit with pipes and somebody got to get stabbed.
And that's kind of what I mean is when I say, what do we expect? Because I think anyone, when they hear about it, they'll go look it up on the internet. They'll see, oh, it's this super violent game. And then they get to the movie and this motherfucker's doing the Care Bear stare and not a knife in sight. They'll be like, hey, this movie's trash.
All right, let's move on to one more thing, because I wanted to keep all this in the comic book, cartoon type realm. This is sad news. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has been pushed back. It was supposed to drop around Christmas this year, the first part. It has been pushed back
to October. It was the week of my birthday.
It was October this year, actually. It was supposed to drop. It has been pushed back to June 2nd, 2023, and part 2 is now March 29th. 2024.
They dropped part 1 and part 2 from the titles. There's that also.
So it's just a regular movie?
It's just called Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So the third one's going to have a completely different title.
So but it's still part 1, part 2.
It's like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War.
Infinity War. Okay, so they'll be like that. Okay, cool. But I'm really believing this is Morbius's fault.
Yep.
This is Morbius's fault. Because all of Sony's universe is supposed to connect, in a sense. And then now Madam Web has its official release date. Kraven's supposed to drop. I think Morbius is tanking. And even Venom Let There Be Carnage didn't do well as expected. It didn't do Venom numbers. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know if I'm willing to put this particular one on Morbius. Now, some of the other movies that have been kind of put on the back burner and shuttered and whatnot, those I think it's safe. But this, I think it might just have to do with quality. And Sony realizes, like, hey, like, we can't fuck this one up.
More do you want from me? Oh my God.
I don't want any more of these Spider-Man movies outside of the animated ones, Sony. That's what I want from you.
And I see, but here's the issue too. I don't think we're getting an individual Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man movie
that they're doing
the Spider-Verse movies, like unless
anything Spider-Man that's going to happen is going to be Spider-Man in conjunction with Marvel Studios because they understand the formula that works.
But that's another thing we also have to consider. When's that next Spider-Man movie coming out?
We don't know.
They might have had to do some reshuffling.
Yeah, you got a point. Fuck, man.
Now that we have a multiverse in live action, they might have had to do some reshuffling. So I don't think that this one is on Morbius. I think this one is it's a bunch of different issues that have all come together to cause them to need to push it. Now, them Dracula movies that have gotten pushed and stopped and put on pause, that's Morbius' fault.
Yeah.
But
any vampire movie, they was like, this nigga done fucked up everything. I
felt like I was dumber after seeing Morbius. I walked out of that saying, this is a train wreck.
I know that
you are lucky.
I know that I work in the film critic and pundit world, and I know I do reviews, and I'm blessed to be able to go to screenings and things like that and see advanced screenings and give my perspective, and people listen to it. And I say all of that to say, somebody give me the bootleg of Morbius because I don't want to pay for it. Like, I don't want to pay to see that shit in the theaters, dog. I just don't.
That's the world I'm living in.
Jay, I wouldn't even watch it on bootleg. It's that bad.
See, also here, I'm going to have to, from what I've, Haskell 420 says Jared Leto was not the problem with Morbius.
No, he was a problem with Morbius.
I was like, yo, are you serious? Dog, the meme that people have of Darth Maul with the dual saber that says worst DC movie and then worst Marvel movie, and it's Jared Leto holding both? Yeah.
Bruh, that was bad effects, bad writing. Matt Smith was horrible. Jared Leto was sleepwalking through it.
A. Jones 59 said, meanwhile, Jared Leto was laughing all the way to the bank. Here's the issue, though.
That dude won an Oscar and just does whatever now.
And should not have won an Oscar. And that was the worst thing that could have happened. Because anything outside of Dallas Buyers Club that people have seen Jared Leto in, everybody's been like, this is terrible. Everybody's been in. There's not been a thing that he has been in since Dallas Buyers Club that people be like, yo, Jared Leto was dope.
Since, yes. I would say before that he's been in some good stuff.
But you notice I said since. That's what I said. Since Dallas Buyers Club. I didn't say in general because I know beforehand Jared Leto's track record kind of is decent. But since Dallas Buyers Club, everybody been like, because remember when that shit was House of Gucci was supposed to be this.
There is one thing he's been good in since Dallas Buyers
Blade
Club.
Runner 2049.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the movie was good, but
he was good in it. It was a smaller part though, but it was a tiny part.
Was he though?
Yeah.
Was he though?
Yeah.
Because I knew you were going to say Blade Runner, but everybody was like, you don't count.
That was my favorite movie of that year, but I'm not going to say he was good in it.
He did what he was supposed to do. That's all I got to say about it. Like, I'm not saying he was fantastic. I was just saying he's good. He was good enough. That's it.
I guess, man. All right, listen, we want to know your thoughts on all the stuff we just talked about. Leave it down in the comments below, please. Blerds in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. All full episodes exclusively available on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.